So this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. I've had this device for 2 months now, and I want to share with you guys my experience with it. So without further delay, let's dive right in. I'll be honest with you. With design, Samsung made some really good refinements from the Galaxy Z Flip 3. It has a more squared off design all the way around. It has a matte finish, which I am a huge fan of. Last year, it had a matte sides around it. This year, it's the exact opposite. Glossy sides, matte finish. I'm down for it. If it was all matte, it would be really cool, but only one can dream about that. Nonetheless, absolutely love this. The actual hinge, when you fold it, feels much sturdier than its predecessor, the Z Flip 3. And overall, it's one of the main reasons why I picked up the Galaxy Z Flip 3, because this folds. I absolutely love this form factor. It's just been great. Crease has been no issue. Like, there is a concern with many consumers, and I've had this question being asked a lot, is how about the crease? Like, when you run your finger through it, you feel it. Yes, you do. But for the most part, like 99% of the time, my mind forgets about the crease until you remind me about the crease, and then I remember that crease, and it just gets annoying after that. But you quickly forget about it. You quickly forget about the crease. And watching videos or consuming media, playing games, I don't notice the crease. I'll be honest with you, I do not notice that crease. It has not bugged me. It may bug some, but it has not bugged me. That's just been my experience using the Galaxy Z Flip 3 or Z Flip 4, excuse me, because I use the Z Flip 3 too, but using the Z Flip 4 since its release. So let's talk about software. I recently updated this to Android 13 not even a week ago. And you can tell from the icon, Samsung is putting in a lot of refinements in Android 13, and it's running Samsung's One UI 5.0. Samsung has really been focusing on software, pushing out software updates real quickly. Like, they're much quicker than a lot of other OEMs. And the Galaxy Z Flip 4 offers 4 years of software updates, Android 13 being the first one, which means you'll still get Android 14, 15, and 16. So pretty much until 2025, you'll be getting software updates for the Galaxy Z Flip 4. That's great. And 5 years of security updates, whereas Google Pixel only offers 3 years of software updates. And I hope they do up that to 4 years as well. But I think 4 years is the bare minimum, because you do need updated software to get kind of better performance with the apps. Sometimes apps don't work with older software, so you do kind of want to have the updated software. Then again, a lot of consumers may not notice their software updates, or they may receive them, but they just may not update them. Nonetheless, I'm one of those who make sure that I have the latest and greatest software. So Android 13. And for those who are wondering, how did I get Android 13 on the Z Flip 4? This is the Android 13 beta for the Galaxy Z Flip 4. Samsung is going to be rolling Android 13 and Samsung One UI 5.0 first for the Galaxy S22 series. So if you have those, be sure to be on the lookout. Estimated end of October. It may be pushed out a little bit further, but for the most part, it is being told end of October for a stable release. I don't know the exact release date for Z Flip 4 and Fold 4 stable release for Android 13. So, like I said, for those wondering, this is the beta of Android 13 on my Z Flip 4. It's fast. It has a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And even using the Galaxy Z Flip 3 last year, which had a Snapdragon 888 chipset, to this year, I haven't really noticed any differences. Like, no hiccups, no stutters. It's the only thing that I'm not a fan of with Samsung devices in general is when I have to reboot it and I have to wait for the home screen to kind of come to itself. But with other devices, when I reboot it, the phone is already up and running. The home screen is all set to go, and this one you just kind of have to wait an extra 10, 15 seconds for it to kind of to make sure that it's 100% and ready to go. But other than that, I've had no issues. 8 gigs of RAM, perfectly fine with the Galaxy Z Flip 4. For the most part, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I play Call of Duty as probably my only mobile gaming device. Or mobile gaming device, that doesn't make sense. My only mobile game. And it's been great. It seeps through battery, but I'll get to battery in a couple minutes. I haven't had any issues with performance, and I don't think you will either. Now let's talk about camera. If you want me to be completely honest, having this for the past 2 months, I rarely use the camera on the Z Flip 4. I mean, I don't use cameras often on my smartphone anyway. I like on a daily basis, let's put it this way, on a weekly basis, I may use the camera just once. I don't really come across any situation or instance where I'm like, hey, I gotta take a picture. It's maybe like once or twice a month, or obviously to showcase on the channel, to put up sample photos. But other than that, like on a daily basis, I'm not out there taking a bunch of photos and videos. I rarely open the camera on the Z Flip 4. In fact, not really related, but for my iPad mini, I haven't opened the camera app once, and I have been using that since its release in 2021. So just like kind of take that into consideration of how much I use the camera. That being said, whenever I do and I open it, it gets the job done. There's an improvement from last year, has much better quality. Anyone using this camera, it's going to suffice your needs. It doesn't have the latest and greatest hardware like the Galaxy S22 Ultra with 108 megapixel camera. It just has a wide and ultra wide. You can use, in fact, you can use this 2.9 outer screen, or 2.9 is 1.9 inch, or let's say 2 inch. This 2 inch outer screen to take a photo with its rear camera. So we can even change the mode here, change the lens and tap to shoot. So I'm actually going to tap to shoot. There you go. And bam. So I just took a photo with the rear camera using the outer screen. So that's a plus. If you want to take selfies like that and get better quality, that's a way to do it. It's just not me. It's not going to compete with the iPhone 14 Pros, the Galaxy S22 Ultras, the Pixel 7 Pros of the world. But if if camera's not your main priority and you're pretty much picking this up for its design and for being a foldable compact device, it'll still get the job done. It'll suffice your needs. Now let's talk about battery, which I think was the best improvement with this phone compared to its predecessor. A 17% increase when compared to the Z Flip 3. I'm getting about 5 hours of screen on time with just under 10% of battery life. My day starts around 6:37, and at the earliest I ended around 8. I mean, it's good. It's definitely better than the Flip 3, the Z Flip 3, but it's just not like a heavy user phone. And I'm not the average consumer, just because like I am always using my phone for the channel, for other things, for the business. So I'm not like putting my phone aside for like 4 hours, coming back to it and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna last me all day. That's just not my case. But I'm sharing with you guys in my case, my day, I can end the day early at 8 p.m. at the earliest. On some days it's later when it comes to like schoolwork and whatnot. 5 hours of screen on time with just under 10%. Like this phone needs to be charged at night, and I'm getting just around 5 hours. So I'm really pushing it. And if you want to go on a long trip, bring a charger, or bring a portable charger, whatever it is, because you're going to need it. But it definitely has a better battery life than the Z Flip 3. Should you upgrade from Flip 3 to Flip 4 just because of that battery life? No, probably not. I've used both. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend doing it. If you have the Flip 3, you're more than fine Just because it has a slightly larger 3,700 milliamp hour battery doesn't mean you should be upgrading to the Flip 4. Obviously, it's a folding device, so it's not going to have the largest of batteries, but it's good. It's decent. Okay, so let's talk about price with the Galaxy Z Flip 4. I think the Galaxy Z Flip series is the first foldable phone series for the mainstream, for the normal consumer. We've seen folds and other flips from other companies. We might even see rollables that are coming out in the future. I don't know. I can't speak about how they're going to perform. But folds are expensive. Like $1,800 for the Fold 4 is expensive. I mean, even $1,000 is expensive too. But when you compare it to the Fold, it's definitely cheaper. And I think Z Flip 4, it changes that because of its price. And that's why I decided to pick this up, starting with its predecessor, the Flip 3, and now the Flip 4, because of its price. It's much cheaper, and I'm still getting a foldable experience. I like how this is compact. It fits much better in my pocket, and that's really it for like pricing wise and why I chose to pick up the Flip 4, because it's a foldable that's much cheaper than let's say like the Z Fold 4 or foldables from other companies. Now, starting price $999, so it's literally $1,000, 128 gigs of storage. Now, I pre-ordered it, so I got 256 gigs of storage at no extra cost. I'll be leaving links in the description down below. Samsung Fold and Flip devices, and just Samsung devices in general, frequently go on sale, so be sure to check out my link in the description down below. And also check out my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Illusions. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below if you want to check that out and support the channel. And also my community tab. I am also frequently posting updates about the channel, questions to you guys, and also deals that I do find on smartphones and other sorts of tech. So be sure to check that out and subscribe if you haven't already. But good job on pricing Samsung. I think if you keep it at $999, it'll still continue to sell well. So there you have it. My thoughts on the Galaxy Z Flip 4 after 2 months of using this device. Now, I've enjoyed my 2 months of using this device since its release. And it just makes me more excited. The more I use the Flip 4, it makes me more excited for what Samsung has in store with their future iterations, with future foldables, like maybe even a rollable device. I just can't wait to see the future of smartphone tech and how it continues to improve. Is this really going to be the future? Or is the normal slab of glass that we have going to be the future? Or is a rollable device going to be the future? I don't know, but I definitely recommend this device to anyone as their daily phone, because the Flip 4 has definitely matured. I definitely recommend it. If things like smaller battery capacity, this crease, try it out at your local carrier store or your local Best Buy. Try it out and see if this is for you. But in my use case, I'd recommend it. It's a good device. It's a nice, compact, pretty, beautiful phone. Samsung is doing a great job in the foldable market, and I hope they keep it up. But that's been it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot. Will help push my content out to more people. That's been it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.